So R. Kelly, he's on trial right now for statutory rape. He's finally on trial for statutory rape. And prosecutors finally played the videotape that's gotten him into so much trouble. Now, there are a couple points I want to make about the videotape. Obviously, we don't have it, and we can't show it to you if we did. But what it has is a young 13-year-old girl and a black man. Now, I want to make a point that the black man's face is skewed in the video. You cannot see clearly who it is. In the video, the unidentified man, who is supposedly R. Kelly, asks...
And is supposedly black. How do we know he's not Asian? I'm just saying.
He asks the 13-year-old girl, well, first hands the 13-year-old girl money. After that, he demands that she urinate on the floor. The 13-year-old girl urinates on the floor. After a while, he has sex with her, and then he urinates on her.
Now, here's a couple of things. First of all, if you all remember, the tape actually came out in 1793. And they're finally having the trial now. I don't know why it took several hundred years, but finally they're having the trial now. Second of all, the defense is saying that the tape is blurry. Obviously, the prosecutors are saying it's clearly him. Without seeing the tape, it's, of course, impossible to know how blurry or unblurry it is, or how clear or unclear it is that it's R. Kelly. Defense is also saying, by the way, that the girl might not even be 13, and she might be a professional prostitute, obviously.
Right, because he hands her money.
Right, and the prosecutor has a guy get up and a detective and say, I know who that girl is because I was involved in a previous investigation with her, etc. And but the defense claims you don't even know who she is, and apparently the prosecution is not going to bring the girl up on the stand at all.
Right.
And so that leaves some open questions. I think the biggest crime here, though, is one that has not been mentioned, which is while doing all these activities, R. Kelly, or the person alleged to be R. Kelly, was listening to Backstreet Boys and the Spice Girls. If that's R. Kelly, guilty. Okay. Now, having said that, the defense also claims that there's a mole on R. Kelly's back that this guy on the tape does not have. Right. Nearly a dime-sized mole, which is significant, right? Now, having said all this, and I understand that the article presented the defense side pretty well, and I understand that I didn't watch the tape, and if you guys see the tape, now I'm thinking, hey, that's R. Kelly. That changes the whole equation, right?
Right.
I don't know, man. The defense has got me thinking maybe he didn't do it.
Really? I totally think so.
Huh. Maybe we've been screwing him this whole time with all the pissing jokes and stuff.
Seriously. Because that mole thing is really, really good. I think that's really good on the defense.
And the fact that they're not bringing up the girl, I mean, who knows what happened with the girl? There might be 100 different reasons why they're not bringing it up. But if I'm going to convict somebody, I probably want to see the girl say that's me and this is what happened.
Right, definitely.
Etc. I mean, look, he might have done it, and I might still say not guilty because you haven't proved the case beyond a reasonable doubt. But right now, I'm, based on what I'm hearing, and this is absurd because we haven't seen the tape and we're not in the courtroom, but I'm leaning not guilty.
Right, and I also want to make another point. Think about the origin of the tape. The origin of the tape was just a random person mailed it to the Sun.
The Chicago Sun.
The Chicago Sun. Okay,
right.
So the Chicago Sun had the tape, and then they decided to report it to authorities. They don't know who sent it. They don't know where it comes from. And the only real evidence at all in the tape, according to the article that we read, is R. Kelly's voice in the tape. Because if the face is blurred, and if the mole doesn't match the dude in the video, how are you going to say it's R. Kelly, and how are you going to, give him a sentence of 15 years in jail? Do you get what I'm saying?
15 years in jail, by the way.
15 years, exactly.
15 years. All right, now, Jared Jackson, let me kick it to your jury. What do you think? I mean, is this guy innocent or something? Has Boondocks and the whole society and everybody else railroaded? Dave Chappelle? Yeah, everybody railroaded this poor guy?
Well, like I said, going off what we have, even if you get the mole part, the way it works in court, as far as I understand, the face is blurry. That's all it takes.
Exactly.
You can't convict on a blurry face. Even if there is a mole, you can't go off of that. You have to go off of somebody. At least, okay, we can go off a mole somewhat because identifiable marks. Okay, I understand that. But there's no mole and your face is blurry. Even if he did do it, you can't convict because we don't know.
Yeah, I got to tell you about the mole.
The burden is on the prosecution, man.
No question. But it's not just the burden on the prosecution. I mean to believe he might not have done it. Now, the article depicts him as nervous and stuff, but I'd be nervous if my ass was on the line for 15 years, too, whether I did it or didn't do it.
Right.
Right. Now, look, if I was the defense, I would conclude by saying, if it's not his mole, it's not his pole.
Jeez.